Anya, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with a modern build. This is a normal speed build day, but I really wanted to build something modern today. And when we get to it, you'll see what I mean. But it was actually inspired by a window that we got a long time ago with Get Together. It's a more modern window, and I almost never use it. I don't know if I've ever used it before, but I actually really like the window. And I was like, I decided this during my live stream over the weekend. I streamed making a pub, and it was kind of inspired by Windenburg. It was supposed to fit in, and I was going through all the windows that we got with Get Together, and I was like, I never used this window. It's really modern. Maybe I should make a modern build in Windenburg. Maybe I'll do that for my speed build this weekend. And then I was really inspired to do that. So that's what we went ahead and did here. It took me a while to get to like the final version. I mean, it's kind of like this, pretty much like this. But there's a bunch I didn't like keep in. Like I built a house and I demolished the house and started over. But I'm pretty happy with it, how it came out in the end. It's very boxy, and it's like on the island in Windenburg. It's not the big lot. It's just one of the other house lots on this island. But I'm overall very, very happy with it. I think I messed around a lot with mixing modern style with a little bit of like mid-century modern. I also used some of the new items that we got from the latest stuff pack, the My First Pet stuff, because I really like the sectional sofa. It doesn't match up perfectly, but it definitely matches up better than anything else we already have in game. So it was nice to have that, and I thought it worked really well in this home. There's a lot of open living for like the kitchen and dining that we end up doing. And then the living room is kind of sectioned off and kind of smaller, but I really like it. I feel like it's cozy, but has enough space. Also has 2 bedrooms. And I didn't think a pool or anything was necessary because, I mean, you live on an island. I know your Sims can't actually swim in the water. I hope one day they will be able to. I mean, they did bring that as a patch in The Sims 3. I remember that. That was the first video I ever made for The Sims. And so I was like, guys, patch 1.34 or something like that. You can swim in the ocean now in The Sims 3. I was so excited. It was like, I think the patch right before seasons came out. So who knows? The Sims 4 might do that one day. And I would really love that, especially if you lived on this island in Windenburg. Can you imagine your Sims just going out and swimming in the ocean? That would be so cool. That was also really nice with that. Obviously, they added that cause of seasons, and then it was further implemented in Island Paradise, because you could go scuba diving and snorkeling in Isla Paradiso, which was amazing. But I don't know if we'll ever get that kind of stuff in The Sims 4. I certainly hope so, and we probably will get seasons. I'm not so sure about like Island Paradise type thing, but that would be really cool. I definitely want more vacation worlds. I know that wasn't a vacation world, that was a world you could live in, but I would love something like that as a vacation world, because I'd like my Sims to live in their normal communities and go on a vacation to like Isla Paradiso. That would be awesome, because I think of like, I know a lot of people do actually live in places like that, but when I think of like islands and going scuba diving and snorkeling and I don't know, riding boats and stuff, I normally think of that as more of a vacation thing. I think that's probably because that's not how I live my life, but I don't know. I would love that option. Let me know what you guys think, if there's any particular vacation worlds you would like in The Sims, because I'm intrigued. And I want more ideas for where my Sims can go. And I'm not talking about the build. I probably should. I added like this little glass bit in front of the door. It doesn't really add any privacy, but I thought it looked kind of cute. So we did that. We have some greenery up the front, and I played whether or not I should have greenery on that glass covering the door or not, and went back and forth with that for a while. Got a couple of trees around here. They're not particularly coastal trees. I was just trying to fit them into the environment. I know I've done like beach houses before, a week or 2 ago, that I added palm trees in Brindleton Bay, even though they didn't really fit the environment because I wanted that vibe. For this one, I wanted it to more so fit into where we have it. But that's the window on the back and on the front, on the top level on the front, and then the back on the bottom level. It's like a modern window with that weird texture, architecture around it. I really like it, but it's like a very particular window. It only works in certain circumstances. And hopefully I made it work here. I mean, you guys can let me know. Maybe it looks awful. But that was kind of the thought process going into this, is I really, really wanted to use that window because I thought it was really pretty. So that's what we're doing. I also made this little deck thing here and put some grass texture on it and put the plants raised up here. I thought it was a little bit more structured And I like doing that with my modern builds because I think it looks nice. And I tend to do more organic stuff, so it's nice to do a little bit of structured landscaping as well. There was a mixture of organic stuff around the trees that we end up having in this yard as well, though. So lots of greenery. I mean, there's not that much because I do pretty minimal landscaping with modern homes because in my mind, they're like pretty, I don't know, clean lines and nothing's overgrown and everything's kind of a little bit too perfect. Although I really do like modern homes. And I did make this kind of, I guess, cluttered for a modern home, but I really like it. I guess it's probably a little bit of a happy medium, but it was definitely inspired by like modern homes. And I really like it. I also need to come up with better naming conventions because I swear every single modern home I build is called modern something. Hence why this is called modern coastal. I don't know why. Like, I'm okay with like suburban homes being called other things. They're not all called suburban. I think I've had 2 that are called suburban or something suburban. But like almost every single modern home is something modern or modern something. Like, can't get away with it. I was just like, maybe angular or, I don't know, clean or something, because like clean lines, straight lines, it's very angular. It's the squares and boxes, and I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions for how to name a modern house, I would love to hear those. Speaking of like modern stuff, well, I don't know if this is super modern, but today I went to IKEA, which was really exciting. And I guess the floor kind of makes me think of it. We got a new table and chairs for our apartment because we've had the same one since we moved in. It was a hand-me-down from my aunt. And we've been here for, what, a year and a half, I think? Yeah, a little over a year and a half now. And when we got the table, it was a hand-me-down from her, and it only had 3 chairs because she said one of them broke. And a couple of weeks ago, another one of them broke, so we were down to 2 chairs. And we were debating whether or not we should just pick up new chairs or get a whole new setup, and we were like, well, let's go look. We'll see what happens. And we went to IKEA today, and we bought all kinds of stuff, but one of the things we got was a table and chairs. And we came home and put it together, and it was really nice, and they're really pretty. Oh, I don't know. Now we're building a kitchen in Sims, which is completely unrelated to what I'm saying, because I don't know. I feel like I recorded a bunch of videos this weekend, but I didn't get to just talk about stuff with you guys very much. And I also the last 2 weeks missed 2 streams because 2 weekends ago, when you're seeing this, my rabbit Wednesday got spayed, and we had some complications with her dealing with her surgery afterwards, and it was a lot of stress and making sure she was okay and spending all of my time focused on her and lots of vet calls and craziness. And this past weekend, I was sick. So I missed 2 Saturday streams in a row. I still streamed on Sunday both weekends, I believe. But I feel like I haven't enough time to just chat with you guys. So I'm kind of catching up on that now. But I really like these shelves that I put above this island counter in this kitchen with the greenery hanging down. I thought that was really pretty. I love incorporating a lot of greenery into my modern homes. Actually, in all my homes in general, I put too many plants. You're like, let's see. This house looks nice. Oh, there's a plant. And there's another one. And you turn around and you're like, there are 8 plants in this room. What happened? And I'm like, I'm sorry. Because in real life, it's not like that. I don't have any real plants. And I have a couple of fake plants, but not many. I have some fake flowers on our kitchen table. They're white carnations and navy blue roses, but they're fake because our color scheme of everything we have is gray, navy blue, white, and black. Because I love gray, and I think it looks great with navy blue. And those colors, obviously, black and white, go with everything. So I have that. And I think that's it. I'm trying to think if I have a fake. I have a fake succulent in my bathroom. It's a little cactus. So I don't do it in real life. This is a little dining section. I thought about using this table from Bowling Night Stuff. But we went with the glass table instead because I thought it looked nice. But I used those chairs from Fitness Stuff. I used quite a bit of Fitness Stuff because the rug is from there too. And we also add some of those accent mirrors on the white wall that is the bathroom square in the middle, separating that area. And those paintings from Cats and Dogs because they're one of my favorite art pieces that we have in the game now. I know we've had them for a while, but I'm still completely obsessed with them. And you saw me trying to put that Jungle Adventure mirror right there. I'm also obsessed with that. Like, I just love it so much. It's such a beautiful item, and we do end up putting it in one of the bedrooms upstairs. Although it would look nice down here. Also, I had to stop recording and go and try and find that cabinet that has all of those dishes in it. I have so much trouble finding those. And then I finally did it this time, and I was like, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to remember where they are. And so if I can't find them again in the future, letting you guys know if it's during a stream, be like, Tanya, they're here. They're in decorations, miscellaneous. I always think they're in storage because they look like storage, but they're in miscellaneous for some reason. And that's probably why I can never find them. And I also don't know what they're called. I was supposed to look and like notice what it was called so I could search that because I always type things in and they never come up. But maybe I'll remember decorations miscellaneous in the future, because I remember it right now and I built this yesterday, so, you know, progress. I've remembered it for a day. Added a lot of clutter to those shelves. Like I said, I add a lot of clutter in this build, but it's kind of organized. It's all on shelves. It's not like just sprawled all over the house, all over the counters. I tried to keep it pretty organized. We ended up sizing down those pots and pans and putting them on the side of the cabinet over here, which I thought looked nice, and it's definitely realistic that you could have smaller pots and pans. We used pretty much in every room. We used these new blinds that came with my first pet stuff. I think it's my favorite item from that pack. There's a lot of stuff in that pack I'm not going to use much at all or ever. But I do really, really like these blinds. And I also really like the sectional, like I said, in a couple of the colors, particularly the black and the beige. I think those ones are really good. Some of the other colors are kind of funky and could work in, like, I don't know, certain builds, like really colorful stuff. I know I used one of the sectional in like I think it was like orange and blue or greenish colors for a room build I did right after the pack came out. And I thought it worked really well for like a kid's room, or it could work for a teenager's room if they have a big enough room where they have a sectional sofa in it. But in general, I'm probably never going to use the ones with cat and dog prints on them unless I was building a cat or dog themed room. I guess those could work for like a cat cafe or a doggy daycare. Like, that makes sense to me. But outside of those situations, even in kids' rooms, I don't think I would use them. I didn't mean for this build to turn into a let's bash my first pet stuff, because there's some stuff that's in it that's good, and I like having hamsters in game, but, you know, that's not what this is about. I've already talked about my opinions on that. This is the living room. We use this nice curved television. I don't remember if we kept the room blue on the walls. I feel like I didn't, or it's a different shade of blue. But we mess around with colors in here quite a bit, and we brought some of that brown paneling from outside inside, which I thought looked really, really cute. I love doing that in my builds. I wish I could do that in real life, because, like, the building I live in is brick. And I'm like, well, I want an exposed brick wall. Why can't I have an exposed brick wall? And I just don't have one. I would love that. I love exposed brick so much. And I want it. I want it so bad. So maybe one day. That's like a dream of mine. We also use this modern bookcase that I feel like I always use when I do a modern build, because it just looks really nice. And we switch out that painting later for some more of the ones from cats and dogs, because I'm addicted to them and they're beautiful. So there's the sectional and the carpet from my first pet stuff. I think it fits in there really nicely. The rug is okay. Like, I quite like it in the basic colors and a couple of the, like, fur patterns. But I'm not a big fan of, like, the squished hamsters and stuff. The turtle one's kind of cute if you wanted to use that for a kid's room. But for the most part, I don't like the swatches. We have triple monitors under the stairs. I spent forever placing this, and then I decided to move the entire desk over, which is awful, because you just saw that struggle. And then I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to move this over, though. So, yeah, that's a fun time. So we're just placing some paintings here, and then I end up sizing them down a lot because we put more shelves here for more storage, which I quite like. And here I am slowly moving this over, trying to figure out where they go. And I think we got it. There we go. That didn't take too long. And I do add this plant light over here because I think it's really pretty. And we just have books and stuff all over the dresser. That's not a dresser. All over the shelves above the desk. Can you tell I'm tired? It's been a long weekend. It's been a nice weekend, though. Like, I mean, at this time, it's Friday, so you're like, a long weekend? It's Friday. It's not even the weekend yet. But I'm sure it's been a long week by the time you guys are seeing this, and I'm going to be very excited to be home and enjoying the weekend. But you'll be seeing this on Friday, so if anyone that hasn't ever stopped by, I stream over on Twitch on Saturday and Sunday, usually doing a bunch of building in The Sims 4. Sometimes we'll play something else, or we'll do gameplay instead. But it's almost always Sims 4. I'll probably do some Sims 3 stuff sometime soon. I've done some Sims 2 stuff like a long time ago, and I occasionally play some Nintendo 64 as well. And I'm going to hopefully sometime in the future start streaming some Switch, Nintendo Switch, if you don't know what I mean. So if you're into streaming and live Sims 4 content and other stuff sometimes, but mostly Sims 4, you should go and check that out. I think there's a link in the description. There should be one in the description of every single video I upload here, because I obviously upload here 5 days a week, and I absolutely love making videos. That's where my passion is. But it's also really fun to sometimes stream and get that live feedback from you guys and just kind of hang out, because that's really what it is hanging out with you guys, and it's a lot of fun. And then, like, when I'm building and I'm like, I can't find this thing, and you can tell I'm struggling in a speed build, you can't be like, oh, it's right here, because it's something I did in the past. If it's live, you can help me out. And you can give me ideas. A lot of times I'll take suggestions, like, we'll do room builds or, like, dorm room builds. And I love getting the creative ideas from you guys and just, like, kind of taking that and running with it. So maybe you guys just give me such amazing ideas, like have a full vision for a room just from a couple of words, and I'm like, wow, I wouldn't have thought of that. So it's really a fun time. But I do love doing speed builds as well, just kind of letting my imagination run wild. Also, most of the time when I'm doing speed builds, I'm watching a stream or listening to a podcast or just binge watching YouTube videos. So it's just like kind of me zoning out and really paying a lot of attention to a build. As you saw in this room, I was like, purple. Yeah, girly purple. Never mind. We're going to turn this like sterile gray and blue. We're going to make this totally my aesthetic. And I know to a lot of people this room is going to look super boring, and I apologize. This is what I like in a room. This is like what I want everything to look like in life. Oh, apparently I'm boring, but I just think gray is such like a beautiful color. I know it's debatable if it's a color, but like, it looks so nice when something's gray, like a dark gray or medium gray. I don't know, all shades of gray. I'm just like, it looks so beautiful to me for some reason. I like accenting it with blues, especially. That's my favorite color to put with gray. Yellow is also a great color to put with gray. It looks amazing. And I know other people like brighter colors, and I apologize that I use a lot of grays and stuff in my builds. Everyone kind of has their thing. Like, some people just like love dark floors or love light floors. I love gray everything. Welcome to my channel. I went ahead and sized up some curtains to put over those blinds, because the like base game toddler blinds and the ones that came with cats and dogs fit perfectly over those blinds that we got. Those curtains fit perfectly over the blinds that we got from my first pet stuff, but not all the curtains fit over them perfectly, so I sized up some, and I was surprised they did not show through the ground. I tried to use the turtle in there, and I was like, no, I can't use the turtle. I don't like the turtle. So we ended up using this rug that came with Jungle Adventure, which I really, really like. And it's so weird to me, because I feel like we just got Jungle Adventure, and it was like almost immediately afterwards we're like, surprise, my first pet stuff. So we got a lot of new content recently, because before all that we got Laundry Day stuff as well, which is an amazing pack. And I know a lot of people don't like that we got laundry added to the game, but the like actual items for building and stuff were amazing. And laundry's kind of okay, I guess. I hate it in real life, but I don't mind it in The Sims. So we're just adding a bunch of clutter. I imagine this to be a teenager's room, and I used those pictures on the walls with the little lights. I always want to use them, but I never feel like they fit in, but I really liked them in this room. And this room has like purple and yellow in it, which is colors I don't normally use. I like yellow. I don't really like purple that much. I think that's just part of me being like, growing up, that was my sister's favorite color. We didn't get along, so I don't like purple. But honestly, I don't really like purple and pink that much, so I don't know. But I really liked adding these curtains around the mirror and with the yellow dresser. I thought those colors really complemented each other a lot, with the bright blue bed as well. Once again, channeling my inner self. My room was so bright and colorful as a kid, and had not like just a bunch of bright colors. And they didn't necessarily match together, but like they matched. I don't know. They matched because they were all bright colors. They went together all right. And then the hallway ends up having some purple walls and just like a nice chair. And a painting on the wall above the stairs. It's very, very simple up here, but I thought it looked pretty nice. I was overall pretty happy with it. Like I said, I really like this build. I just realized I've gotten this far in the video and haven't said yet, if you guys like this house and would like to download it, it'll be available on the Sims 4 gallery. If you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi, and that info will also be in the description down below. I don't know how I got this far without saying that, but I did. I've just been rambling to you about IKEA and my first pet stuff, so I apologize for that. Just adding some tables, a table and chairs out here and a couple of accessories to kind of make it feel a little bit more like home, and like you can entertain and have a good time. Thought about adding some stairs but didn't decide to do it, but we're gonna add a fire pit, and then we're gonna be coming to the end of the video. There are gonna be some screenshots. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and please like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all next time. Bye everybody.